is up, you heathens and demons, you beautiful, blasphemous atheists and agnostics. Welcome back to The Raging Atheist. And it's our last segment of my interview with Matt Powell, the discussion that we had a couple months ago. Finally putting out the last of it. And in this segment, we're going to wind things up, and I'm going to get a little philosophical with Matt. And you're going to see that we got along. We take guesses about prehistory. We have no idea what, I'm researching prehistory right now on my history of atheism. And I'm finding out, before religion, we guess that these people were afraid of witches and demons, but we don't know that. We don't know what happened in prehistory.
I would disagree. I would disagree. I would say that all through history, that every area of the world, the Indians believed in the spirits. Obviously, and these people experience these things. I've experienced these things, and that's where people will say, "Oh, now you're crazy." But here's the thing. One time I was in Chipotle, over in Sterling Heights, back when I used to work over there, and I was in Chipotle, and there's a witch behind the counter, and she didn't like me, I didn't like her either, and I told her, look, because she said, "Oh, you're a Christian, you're that hate preacher," and I'm like, okay, fine, in the name of Jesus, I cast the demon out of this woman, and the guy down at the,
so I can get you on it just a little better.
And the guy down at the end of the counter fell over and hit his head on the counter the moment I cast the demon out. So, and I went over and I picked up this man. I said, "Hey, come to yourself, you're fine." And he never experienced a seizure before. So I've seen these things firsthand. And for some people to say, gravity's a perfect example. It's something we can't see, and yet I believe it because I can pick up a phone, drop it, it goes to the ground. Just because I can't see it empirically,
and these
doesn't mean that it doesn't exist.
These are great arguments. When I was a Christian, this was an argument that I used. What you're saying right now is, and I don't get, if I was a Christian, I would be making these arguments, and most don't. You're one of the first Christians that's made this argument in quite a while, and that is, it's throughout the history of the world, there's always been God. And I'm about to make my history on atheism video starting out, and I'm going to show that, well, according to our best guess, that there wasn't always a God. Before God, that there was these primitives that believed in witches and demons, but you could necessarily say that that's the same kind of supernatural thing.
Yeah.
So my argument was always, 90% of the world has always believed in a God in some form or another. You have your Hindu God, all these different cultures came to the same conclusion. Sure. Eventually, and there's been an evolution of that. You started off with your pagan gods, many gods, there was a God for everything. And most societies have come to the one God theory over time. Sure. So, and that was always an argument that I used. And my argument against it is basically that humanity needed that for when we started to develop civilizations. We needed order in the chaos. We needed something to herd us together and keep us in line.
Sure. Yeah.
So, that's my argument. And then once you have generation after generation after generation believing the myth, then it becomes a reality. And I've also often argued that our own perceptions, our individual perceptions, are real. So just because I don't believe in a God, that's my perception, my universe. In your universe, in your perception, in this world that you're living in, there is a very real God. And I as an atheist, I acknowledge that. And to where I'm the raging atheist and I attack religion is what I do. I attack it. Mainly Christianity so far, because it's what gets me the views.
Sure.
But where was I going with this? I think there needs to be that recognition that even though I'm attacking religion and sometimes being outright, blatantly disrespectful towards that religion, we all should have the understanding that to you, everything you're saying you believe in wholeheartedly, and in your perception, that's a reality. So for me to sit there and try to take that away from you, or any atheist to try to take that away from you, shows, for one, that they're not very logical, and for two, that they're shitty human beings. Pardon my French, but they're just awful human beings. You've got to give that recognition of the other person's beliefs, and I know I was a little nervous coming into this, but I think that we've had a really productive conversation. I'm looking forward to another one.
Come to church anytime.
Yeah, I'm going to come to your
11
church.
South Oak Street. It's every Sunday, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. I recommend to come to the 11 o'clock service if you ever want to come out. And to all the viewers, if you ever want to come out to our church, feel free. You know, we're very open to the public. You know, the media's been out a couple times, and we're more than happy to see people come out and even protest. I don't mind if you hold up a sign in the back while I preach. I might preach you out of there, but I might not be very nice. But you know what? You can feel free. You know, I'm actually a pretty laid back guy. So
yeah, I would like to say that I was very impressed. We got along really well. You know, people are calling you the hate preacher, but that's not what I found. You've been nice, you've been respectful, and at the same time we've had a good conversation.
Sure.
I think you got me a couple times.
And vice versa. Maybe you got me with the Jesus thing.
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, you have to send me some sources because I've never heard of that before.
Once I look,
if you have valid sources, sure. I mean, maybe.
I would like to. Yeah, I would like to kind of give you some of the information I've read, and see your take on it. So yeah, I'll send you some stuff. But I want to tell you guys. I know a lot of you wanted me to just come and really attack Matt.
Yep. I know that's what you're all hoping for. And to all the Christians, I know you guys wanted me to attack this guy, and I kind of did a little bit.
Yeah, you got me, and I got, you know, I went at you a little bit, but I think above all, we need to promote that we can get along, that we're going to disagree, but we're human beings, and we can have these fundamental disagreements and still sit down right here and have a good, logical discussion. To where, yeah, you didn't sell me, you know, you didn't change my mind, and I'm sure it's not going to change your mind. But we can sit here and have these disagreements without yelling and screaming at each other. And I think more people need that. And if you're disappointed that I didn't go really hard at Matt, there's going to be more of these, but
yeah,
you really shouldn't be that surprised, because I've often said that I'm not really that type of person in real life. So, you know,
he's a laid-back guy.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you some questions, and maybe next time we'll go into more of a debate, and I'll come, you know, prepared with some Bible verse or something. But I really enjoyed it. You're a nice young man, and I wish you all the success in the future. And if Richard Dawkins is tweeting you, you're on your way up. You know, you're on your way up. So, you know, Matt Powell, everybody, and you know, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully it was informative, and hopefully you can see that, you know, just because you disagree doesn't mean you have to not get along. So I appreciate it, man.
Anytime.
All right, thank you very much.
Yep.
So I really hope you guys enjoyed this conversation. I know you might be a bit disappointed that I got drunk the night before, or that I didn't go harder at Matt. But like I've said, if I go hard at these people, and I'm obnoxious, and I'm rude, and I'm the raging atheist, then I can't really expect to get any more interviews. Why would people want to talk to me? And as you can see in this video, we did make a tentative agreement to meet again. And since this video, we have texted each other saying that we're going to meet again. I told him after I move, which is hopefully going to be in a month, November 1st being the latest, that after that move and that transition, sometime this winter, I'm going to go to where he's at. I'm going to check out his church. I'm going to talk to Matt again. I'm going to talk to the people he preaches to. We're going to find out what kind of person he really is. What do the people think of him that he's preaching to? And I hope to have many more discussions with not only Matt Powell, but anybody else that wants to have a discussion with the Raging Atheist. I'm not trying to hide. I'm only trying to seek truth. And I'm trying to call out bullshit. And that's what I do. So as always, this is your boy Nakasuchi, and this is the Raging Atheist. If you like my videos, hit that thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, share me on your social media, comment in the comment section below. I'll see you soon.